Damn, nah, you said like a black daddy child support dog running away.
I had I had to freaking kidnap Jackson.
Oh, they listen. Sorry, Miss Jackson. All right, let's go. What are we gonna talk about today, dog?
Oh, first I wanted to call you out because I got a report.
Ooh.
I got a report. You know, some people come to me saying Coach Joe's.
Stop stuttering, fool. What?
Yeah.
Coach Joe took it too far. I'm not. Hey, don't worry about that.
Okay, what happened?
Nah. After 12 o'clock, I'm gonna sit back so I can tell Mag.
Let me log out then. Hold on. Peace.
At the 12 o'clock a couple weeks ago. You don't show up. Like whenever I'm running a class,
yeah,
the kids come in late and they scared. They're just like, hey, I know I'm late. Can I get in?
Yeah.
And I understand the fear. I'm like, okay, because it's me, don't be late with Coach Joe. You can get in.
I tell him no.
So then why?
Huh? Why?
I mean, how late?
Because if he were there, he would tell him no.
And that's why I'm like a little bit nicer. Because I kind of want like when they get water, I encourage it. I encourage like, hey, you get enough water?
You're creating a weak atmosphere, but go ahead.
No. I'm setting them up to get hit by you.
Okay. Well, what are you going to complain about?
So then, a couple weeks ago during sparring, I heard this dude showed up late and slightly hungover, and coach just put him in a ring to spar for like the rest of the class.
Oh,
that's what Sebas. See, yeah,
dang.
Yeah.
Sebas was hungover.
No, not Sebas.
It wasn't Sebas.
It was somebody.
Hey, Sebas, you know how we run shit in the hood, dog? Why are you talking shit for, dog? Hey, I just sent him a message too right now how much I appreciate that motherfucker. This might be your last trip to the gym.
You know he was bragging about you when he told me that story.
Who the fuck was the guy? Oh, we fucked him up, no? Yeah. Oh no, we taught him a lesson. No, yeah, and I mean, damn, dog. Yeah, no, that was a lesson to be taught.
I know. That's why I'm bringing it up.
But why are you mad at me for if I taught a lesson?
I can give a fuck. I can give a fuck. I was just setting it up. I just set it up the way I wanted.
You know what?
To.
That kid. For anybody who's like, oh, that's fucked up. No, he held his ground. He knows what he's doing.
He took his licks. But this is the whole situation. He showed up late. And then his reason was, oh, man, I was drinking. I'm a little hungover, blah, blah.
Yeah, when he said that, it made me mad because I was like...
Why would you?
But then it was honest. Because I have to appreciate his honesty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, he's drinking, he's going through stuff. He's here because he wants to be here because he's going through something emotional.
He wants to.
And I said, you're going to get fucked up because I'm down with that. I said, okay, come on then. Mm-hmm. So I left Sebas for last.
Yo.
Yeah. I know it
was him, Smiley.
Was different.
Yeah, somebody else.
Smiley almost got him out of there, bro.
Really?
Yeah, Smiley could crack.
Smiley's getting better. Smiley's getting a little bit better.
I commend him for being fearless in there because he doesn't run away from you. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right there smiling and shit.
Yeah, but he stays right in front of you. But that was the thing, like when Sebastian that's what we were talking about. It's like people, when you're sparring, make sure you don't piss the coach off because the coach is either gonna make sure you get the exact amount of work you need or more than you need. And that was a more situation.
Yeah, that had to be handled.
That was a more situation. But that dude learned his lesson.
He hasn't been back since.
He hasn't?
Well, I haven't seen him. We were out of town for a couple of days last week, so I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
That was like 2 weeks ago, no?
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
I ain't seen anybody who fit the description.
There's a lot of guys that just show up on Friday, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys.
I always admire those guys.
Yeah, they just show up on Friday.
Show up on Fridays.
They're ready for sparring.
Because there are some guys, and I definitely used to be one of them, where if I didn't hit Monday through Thursday, I'm not coming on Friday. If I missed a day between Monday through Thursday, I'm not coming on Friday. I don't have enough in me. I don't have enough to be there on Friday. But what was I gonna say? I had one dude. He was like crazy drunk, and in the class.
Really?
Yeah. This is months ago, and once I picked up on it, his mouthpiece fell out.
I'll just hit that motherfucker in the liver all day if he's drunk.
And I was like, dude, get out the ring. You're not going.
Oh,
back
you
in
were
the
teaching.
Ring. I was teaching. I was like, you're not going back in the ring. And I had to basically like tell nobody fuck with this dude. He was like a bit stumbly. Drinking, that's a thing.
That's nice of you, bro. I would have got him fucked up.
You really?
Yeah, that really won't come like that no more again.
I didn't know that was an option. You know what? No, honestly, my goal whenever, because people will be like, hey, I don't have any headgear. Can I go? I'm like, no. Oh, come on. I'm like, you're not getting hurt on my watch. Like, it's like, it's like, who's in charge? Adam. I'm like, fuck. You know, like that's my goal is to protect.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not so I don't fuck up what I got going on. You know, like if I was solid in like you,
Fuck up the money.
yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
But that was it. Now let's talk about you guys. You guys got corner experience this weekend.
Well, we got experience in corners, dog.
Yeah, some more. I don't even know how to work. I don't like boxing. Sometimes I think I got it. Then a whole new thing comes up. And it's like last week, I'd never heard of like coaches getting called. Hey, we need. I've heard fighters getting called to fights, but I've never heard coaches getting called to, like, hey, we need you to sub in for these coaches.
Put me in.
It happens way more than you think, man. It's like it happens a lot. Like I think the guy who fought on that card. No, but besides us doing it, that card that we were at this week. The guy who fought Murataya, he flew from South Africa without his coaches. And he
trained in Miami for a few weeks and straight to the fight.
Where was his coaches? Were just in South Africa?
Sometimes people can't get visas over here, you know?
That's why you have to be mentally strong, man. You gotta I think the goal is obviously, you know, you want a strong team, but the goal is to create such a mentally strong fighter that they can learn to make the adjustments on the fly and almost like hear your voice in their head.
They don't feel alone.
Like, for example, right now, Javín's living with me, right?
Uh-huh.
And Javín gets out of work at 10 o'clock at night. And my house is like 30 minutes from his work. His house is 5 to 10 minutes from his work.
Ooh.
So he called when I was in Arizona, I found out he stayed at his house.
Ugh.
So I called him and I said, "Why'd you stay?" He said, "Oh, I was just tired, you know." And I just told him, "There's a purpose why you're driving so much." He goes, "But I feel really uncomfortable. I'm tired. I don't get that much rest." I said, "That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create very discomfortable situations for you." Uncomfortable. Sorry, discomfort. What am I talking Spanish or English? Uncomfortable situations for you so you can find comfort later on.
Mm-hmm.
Because in boxing, it's the most uncomfortable thing, being in the ring, getting hit. And if you don't know how to deal with those situations, you'll find a way out, you know, because you don't know how to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That is a very good lesson.
Yeah. And then he tells me, "It's cold in the morning up here," because I have him living in a room in the back. Ooh-wee. I said, "Well, guess what? Get up and run, motherfucker."
It's in the mountains of East. It's like the mountains of East County.
Yeah, but there's some fucking kid somewhere in New York or New Jersey or Philadelphia or whatever the fuck that's running in the fucking snow in the morning. So you'll be all right.
And that's what you got to train yourself against. Is like, I know I hate doing this. I know this what I'm doing is hard right now, but you got to create that villain in your head who's doing more.
But that's what Maggie was telling you right now. Like that guy from South Africa. It's mental strength. Most guys don't prepare for that it kind of just happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think fucking Canelo's up there in Lake Tahoe right now, not too far from here. We're still in, you know, California, Nevada-ish, right there on the border. And, you know, there is snowing like a motherfucker over there. You got people. Devin Haney does some of his camps where it's snowing, running. Your fucking body wants to stop because it's so tight and like fucking frozen, like cold, you know? You can't find your way to warm up, but you just gotta fucking fight through it. That's, I don't know, man. That kind of like Coach said, discomfort.
That's how Balboa beat Drago.
That is exactly how. There's the reason why.
The arm wrestling machine.
Guys like, you know, your favorite fighter, Marvin Hagler, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He used to put himself through that shit.
Marvin Hagler's training regimen is sick. It was just like, it was constant. It's like, I don't deserve pleasure. that's how his
real
training
shit
regimen.
though, man. Like, but look at the type of fighter that he was. You know.
That's true. So,
are we back on the coaches being called upon in the corner? Or what?
So what was that? How was it? Yeah, we kind of strayed away.
So Fernando Fernandez, who was Jaime Munguia's coach, because he just left Freddie Roach. He called me and he's like, "Joe, I need you to do me a favor. Can you corner my guy?" And I know the kid. I know the young man. Since he was an amateur. And Carlos Sanchez, they call him El Tiburón, which means shark. The kid had a decent record. I don't remember. He had 2 losses and like 20-something wins. And he says, "Can you corner him and I'll send you somebody to help you?" I go, "No, if I'm going to corner him, I'm going to take my team, because that creates a ripple effect in the corner too, working with somebody I don't know." Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be an alpha in the corner, and there's all kinds of shit, right? So I show up and I know who we're fighting against because I sparred with. Oh, as a matter of fact, Nigel sparred Lindolfo. Lindolfo's a former Mexican Olympian with an undefeated guy. You know, he was on the A side, we were on the B side. And chime in whenever you want. Like, and we were just, we got there, we made weight. And then it's kind of weird cornering somebody that you don't know. You don't know him on a personal level. I know him. I don't know him, you know, on a personal level, like fight wise, you know, like when it comes to fighting. So I know the mindset they have in that gym.
I think the Robert anecdote was good too.
Which was what?
Because he didn't know that we were going to go against each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, what's up, bro? What are you doing here?
Oh, man. Right. Yeah. And you know what, man? Like, we're not there yet, but we're arriving, bro. Like, we're getting there.
Yeah.
And we're there. Me and Maggie walk in, bro. And then I see Robert goes, what are you doing here, bro? I go, we're fighting. He's against who? You.
He's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, what? And I go, he kind of like, oh shit, because he knows that we have guys that are good, you know. But he didn't know he didn't know that Fernando called me. And anyway, so we show up, bro, in the fight. We're winning, in my opinion. And even on the scorecards, it was our guy. I think in the 5th or 6th, he got dropped.
5th, I think it was.
And he was winning the fight.
He was winning the fucking fight. Yeah.
And then the 5th round, he gets hit right in the side of the head. But he turned his head. It's legal punch. And he gets up, and the first thing I tell him when he gets to the corner is like, that's just one knockdown, bro. You're still on top. But once that happened, he lost his footing. Like, he was like going to go out there and win now. Like, he felt.
He put pressure on himself.
He felt like he had to step it up. And then he did a good 6th round. And then in the 7th round, as we're getting our shit ready, we're talking. Maggie's talking to one of the guys who helped us out, Marcos Caballero. Shout out to him from Coachella. Chocolatito's coach. They're talking while I'm getting my stuff ready for the next round. I heard him say something like he's going to come over with
on top of the jab. Boom. And 2 seconds later, it happened.
He clipped him with that punch, and the kid tried to get up, but he was out, man. And the good thing the referee didn't let it keep going. But I would have stopped it too. But it was just tough to, even though we don't know the kid, we don't train him. I think me and Magz took it like it was our loss, you know?
Absolutely.
We could easily be like, oh, we just cornered this guy. It's all good.
That's not how I feel at all.
Yeah, we were really upset. Yeah. Not mad, but we're just like, damn.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted to see the kid win. I know his wife. I know his child. I wanted to see him win.
He's a good kid. And he's good. Put up a great fight, man. Yeah. It's just, you know, like I was saying right now at lunch, it's like, I'm glad at the very least that he communicated what happened, because a lot of the times that shit goes unsaid and nobody learns anything from that. You know what I mean? At least we took that. We learned a lot, not only him as a fighter, but us as coaches. It's like, it makes everything kind of like, oh shit. It puts things into perspective, and it kind of helps you for the future, you know? And even just working with our guys and applying that mindset of not being afraid to communicate, because you think that, you know, you're less than, or, you know, you think that you're you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get upset at you. On the contrary, I'd much rather you put shit out there than keep it to yourself.
Once you address whatever's in your head, once you address that situation, you have moved.
You can move forward.
You have moved forward. You've moved past it, and it's a great point. And just to what did he talk to you guys afterwards in the locker room? Like,
yeah, we were going over it. We were going over it, and he's very mature, because some guys, they'll just like start throwing shit, or like get fucking mad, or just sit there and just fucking just not even communicate.
He felt like he let us down.
He felt like he let us down, but it's just one of those things, man. Like, where you got to be on your A game at that. Just like Coach mentioned, that dude, at this level, your defense has to be on fucking point. You know,
in boxing, you can let go of your offense, you can let go of your reflexes, your speed. But you can't let go of your defense, bro. Once your defense is gone, you're fucked.
And it sounds like he was insecure about what was going on after getting knocked down.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
That I can imagine. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's got to be a real thing. And then so you just try and fight harder, and you're not. What it reminds me of when I was in high school running track, I had to like win this one heat. I had to. It was a do or die situation, I guess. And I did not win it. But one of the coaches came up to me and said, You look like you were trying to run faster. What happened?
I was yawning, dog. She's making fun of me.
Oh.
You try to hide it, but I saw it.
Nah, this is good. You guys see how
I'm sorry.
that was the perfect way to just shit on it. Like it was like right there.
I didn't mean to, dude.
I had just
And Adam's been a little scenty all fucking day.
Hey, what happened? Don't tell me. I want to hear this.
No, and I was saying, so I lost the race, but my coach
you
came
did.
up to me and said, you look like you were trying to run faster.
Yeah.
Like me trying not to yawn.
Hey, see, it goes together. It goes together.
We're all psychopaths.
Yeah.
You understand that because
Like
like
name between the
he
bells
yawned.
between the fucking psychopaths.
Hey,
He
Adam, by the
yawned.
way,
Neither
this
of
room
us-
looks better.
Yeah, thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't notice it till right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, thank you. It's giving me a little bit of more
Yes,
Sanity.
it makes you feel more
less
what
less
the fuck?
crowded.
Less productive.
Yep.
Yeah.
The feng shui.
Yes, operational.
But
But yeah, I think
wait,
you hit it right on the head, though. You hit it right on the head.
you can't do better because you decided to. And that's what he's like, I decided to do better, so I'm going to go. You can't run faster because you decided to run faster. You have to trust what you've already brought to the table. You know, okay, that guy knocked me down. What is my game plan?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. We gave him a clear game plan, but that's where coach is saying that he kind of lost his footing is because he let that thought overpower him and lose focus of the game plan. You know,
Like some fighters are like built different. Like obviously it depends what region you're from, and it's gonna sound racist like a motherfucker. But most Hispanic fighters, when they get dropped, they feel like they have to put their life on the line and get this fight back.
It's like embarrassing. It's like
embarrassing, boy.
It's embarrassing.
It's like they
Shout
gotta
out
get
to
it
Viper.
back. They have to get back that drop, you know. And I try to emphasize, don't worry about it. Don't worry
Especially in a 10-round fight. You got time.
You know, I felt bad after that fight for something that I said.
What's that? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I told him,
Winning.
You got to learn how to win.
Yeah.
This is what separates the good fighters from the bad fighters. Learn how to win. But he could have misinterpreted that any way.
That is a powerful statement that if unpacked wrong, it could hurt.
And I meant just learn how to control the pace. That's what but I didn't break. I got 1 minute. I got 10 seconds to get in and out the ring. 5-6 seconds to fucking make him sit down. So I got 45 seconds to talk to him.
Wait, in pro fights, and this is a question I'm meaning to ask. Is there 1 minute between rounds?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought there was 30 seconds.
No, that's
1
just how
minute.
we train.
Yeah, that was like, because I forget what fight I was watching, but I was like, I took out my stopwatch. I was like,
Nah, it's
that's 45 seconds. They got 45. We're getting robbed. Coach is making us work too hard.
Nah, but people like honestly, like the guys don't even like fucking taking 1 minute breaks.
I don't.
They're like, oh, it's 1 minute. They're good at like 30. 45 is like.
But
right
in the
there.
ring, a minute break seems like 30.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would've-
of course,
you would've
of
been
course.
proud of me last week, both of you. Somebody was just trying too hard and getting exhausted in the ring. So I told him, I said, look, it's just 3 minutes. And then after that, you got a whole 30 seconds to rest. That's how you got to look at it. It's just 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes, you got a whole 30 seconds to rest. He was like, okay, that made me feel good. It was like, it's perspective, how you look at it. You know,
How you word things is very. We were talking about
Mhm.
Coach Bashir earlier about that. How you word things, you know,
Mhm.
Man,
do the
that's-
same shit. But if
that
you
dude
word
will
it
never
differently,
stop being the GOAT for me.
yeah, man, I love listening
Yep.
to his wisdom.
But let's go back to you got to learn how to win. Let's unpack that here, okay? How should if I had unpacked it? You said, Coach thinks I'm a loser who doesn't know how to win. Okay, it's fine. Let's move past that. How did you mean it? How should it
To
have been
keep
unpacked?
doing what he was doing. That's what I meant. Like everything was having success too. He started the round before that's when he got dropped. So I was like, you got to learn how to, like, you got to keep the fight the way before you got clipped. Everything you were doing was perfect.
Okay.
But I don't have that much time to talk to him. So I just kind of like, in my head, I kind of like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But I meant for him to keep doing what he was doing to be successful when he was winning.
Yeah, I can see both sides.
Yeah.
I can see both sides.
And then when he got dropped, when he came to the corner, I told him, listen, for the first minute, don't fight. Just throw,
Mhm.
just focus on defense for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna throw, just throw straights to the body.
That's it. And that motherfucker
He went right after.
right after him, dog. I was like, come on, dog. That, and then the next time, that's when I told him, you need to start learning how to win the fight, dog. That's what separates guys like that from you, the guys that know how to win.
That's actually what Sebas is working with me on, is making me more patient. And he said,
fuck Sebas, dog, fucking snitch.
But, and I've said this before, you have to listen to your coaches, find comfort in listening to your coaches, just tell yourself, if I do what my coach says, I'm not going to be the one who is wrong. Sometimes it's as simple as that. You think you know what you need to do, but if coach says, hey, Adam, go out there and don't throw any punches, just move around. Guess what I'm going to do? That. Because win or lose, I did what I was told to do, you know, and that makes me coachable. And if I lose, coach sees that maybe that's not the way to go, and he comes up with another thing. But if you don't listen, this is the biggest point about not listening. Like we talked about earlier, we said, if you acknowledge what's the problem, the second you acknowledge it, you've moved forward. If you don't listen, you're keeping your camp from moving forward. You know, it's like, what do I teach him next? Nothing. He won't fucking listen. You know, we had somebody in common who couldn't keep their hands up. And every time I talked to Magz about it, I said, what do I tell him? She goes, nothing. He won't keep his hands up. You know, it was like that's the very, so if your coach says, hey, I want you to make sure your left foot touches the ground after your right foot touches it every 5 times, figure out that fucking move. You know, it's like, just no matter what ridiculous thing they tell you, do that. Cause that's how you move on, you know, or get a fucking coach you'll listen to.
Yep.
You know, like that. Nobody's feelings gets hurt with that.
Hey, speaking about coaching, dog, have you ever read that book, 48 Laws of Power? Heard of it?
I've heard a lot about that.
There's a book.
It's trending.
There's one of the fucking chapters that says, never outshine the master, right?
Right.
Today I walk in the gym and then I'm like, was it today or yesterday? I walked in at 10:10 and all I hear is, all right, guys, start shadow boxing. And I look at this motherfucker. I go, I'm right here, bitch. You know, like,
Hey, coach. Okay, look,
I'm right here, bitch.
coach you showed
today,
up.
huh?
You were officially, you weren't early, so you were late. Okay.
I was in the other room with the fucking pro fighters. I wasn't.
I'm not saying I didn't give a fuck what you were doing. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah, I know that was
look at that.
those were both my balls. No, but because it was like we just started.
Just stop. Should we just stop this podcast right now?
This is what happened. I knew coach would be there, so I'm like, let's get it started. Let's get working. So when coach gets here, we'll be ready. But
to
yeah,
his credit, he was like, "Oh, coach is here."
Yeah, as soon as I said it, as soon as I finished saying shadow boxing,
He's like,
ing, I was like, ah, fuck.
I look at you like, what the fuck?
Hey, bitch.
But it's just, you know, you get ready to get some excitement. I wrote down.
Go ahead.
No, I wrote down. I'm going to start correcting you with your Spanglish.
Okay.
Because I was watching.
I don't mind.
Oh, that's what you were doing?
What he said when he said discomfort.
Yeah.
I said it's uncomfortable.
No, but he said it's because
he said a word that wasn't a word.
No,
Yeah.
It's what did he
Go ahead.
say?
I don't
Discomfort. He said you got to be discomfortable.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. I did say it. Go ahead.
It's because he mixed discomfort and uncomfort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I saw a clip from.
I already know where you're going. Who told me that?
Shannon Sharp.
You told me that.
Oh yeah.
She just brought that up yesterday.
Cognac.
Oh my god!
I sent it to him.
What was that? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
You just sent that to me.
And he was like,
And Shannon Sharp is just sitting there. What's his name?
You're right, Ocho.
Ocho Cinco says, I might drink some cognac. And
but
Shannon
like
Sharp's like, yeah,
so
me
confident.
too. And I'm like, you both look stupid because one said something stupid. So I'm not saying you look stupid. But I'm gonna read. And also, I almost forgot. I should have probably led with this. Remember last week I shot down. I was like shitting on people from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a half hour after I posted the episode, I get a text message from Lance. I thought you were cool, bro. I swear to God. And I kind of shit myself because Lance is Lance. And let me see if I can pull up what
I was say
the exchange.
Hey, after this, you got to post up a picture. Like we talk about Lance every episode, and nobody knows what he looks like.
Yeah, show him a picture of Lance. Put his business up there, man.
None of our 12 listeners know what Lance looks
all right,
like.
I'll put his business up there. I'll put a
Lance
picture.
is a bad motherfucker. Is he leaving for real? So he posted
So I said, I was like, damn. I was like, hey, I'm stoked for you, but fuck you because you're a traitor and you going to LA. And then he's like, oh, it was April Fool's.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. I was hoping that's what it was.
Remember yesterday?
Yeah, I almost cried, bro.
What he posted something.
He really
about
almost did cry.
Maggie showed me this thing about breaking news. Dodgers signed Fernando Tatis.
Oh my
He's like, no, that's not real. He's like,
Is it?
I'll cry if it's real. Hey, you should have seen his face, man. He
No,
knows he was gonna
that
cry.
some
But I'm like, it's not even the trade deadline. When I started thinking,
And I was like, wait a minute. It's
Jose
fucking
was
April
trying-
Fools.
Jose got me with April Fool's joke that when
What did he say?
I can't remember. I just remember he going, "Hey, fools." I was like, "Oh, okay." You got it. And then I tried one. And he's like, "That was lame." And like, I did it. Like my best April Fool's joke I did to my cousin and his wife. I called my cousin. This is back in the day of answering machines. And yeah, you know, I called my cousin, didn't answer, and I just said, "Hey, bro, it's me, Adam. You gotta stop having this gay porn mailed to my house. Talk to your wife. Maybe she's cool with it. I really just I don't appreciate it. It's fucking up my shit. So I've had your back for as long as I possibly could, but I can't do it anymore. Okay, bye."
Beep.
Bro, that was I almost destroyed his marriage.
I was laughing the whole time because I was like, "Oh, I know that was bad."
Like, it was not cool. Like,
Yeah.
at no point. So it's like, to me, it's like, you know how I'm 0 to or 100? It's like either Adam's taking a nap or he's out running 10, 20 miles.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that.
You are not right.
Yeah. Like, so most of the time I'm taking a nap. So, but I'm saying I don't know the middle ground.
Yeah.
So whenever April Fool's Day runs around, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Because it's either I'm going to kidnap somebody's kid and laugh about it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That was a good one, though, man.
That's
a good one.
I'm proud of that.
That is fucking, that's a little fucked up.
And it's like, you can't do it anymore because everybody has voicemail.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
it's like, but
Take
then,
the fun out of it.
then you would play back in the day, like, and when I was in college in 1992, everybody listened to their voicemails on speakerphone.
Yeah.
And it was like, you played that shit would echo throughout the hallways.
Yeah.
And somebody, like, you get to your room and you dial in the voicemail and then you just hear throughout the hall. You have no messages. The whole freaking hallway would clown your ass. But yeah, so last week when I shit on New York people, Lance texted me like a half hour after I had the episode posted. He was like, "Damn, bro, I thought we were better than that. SMH." And I felt so bad. I was like, "You're one of the good ones." Don't say that to a black person. Then I was like, how do I tell him how do I rephrase that? So I said, "Nets fans are good. Knicks fans are ass."
Yeah.
He just replied, "Okay, I agree." Then I felt safe again.
Adam's massages go up to like 190 now. He charges like $40.
Yeah, no, for real. So shout out to Lance. But yeah, that was the best way to put it. Like, if you're from New York and you're a Nets fan, Brooklyn Nets, I fuck with you. A Mets fan, like, you like baseball. I'm gonna be like, okay, you like baseball, and plus you guys got you guys. The Red Sox '86 gave you guys a World Series. I get that. But a Knicks fan or a Yankee fan, I'm like,
There's a kid at the gym, bro. He was wearing an Ohtani shirt yesterday. I don't know if you saw him.
I think I did.
And he was wearing a Yankee shirt like last week.
Oh, it's the same short kid.
Yeah,
that kid.
So I said, "What? You're a Yankee fan?" And are you from New York?
Because
baseball.
his Yankee shirt is
Like a button one.
It's I forget, because whenever it's Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Stanton," because I don't call people by their names. I shout out to everybody who acknowledges the goddamn nickname I give
That's
them.
the fucking story.
Baseball.
So that motherfucker's wearing a fucking Yankee shirt. So I said, "Are you from New York?" And he says, "No, I'm from Texas." I said, "So you're a Yankee fan, but you're from Texas?" He goes, "Yeah." So then that was, and then this time he has an Ohtani shirt. I go, "You like Japanese?" He doesn't look, and he's like, "No."
Racially ambiguous.
I don't give a fuck. And then he's like, "No, I'm not Japanese." I said, "Well, you like Ohtani because he's popular. The same reason you like the Yankees," I told him. He just looked at me. I go, "So you're in the military or what? You live in San Diego now?" He goes, "Yeah." "Why don't you get yourself a Padre jersey?" He goes, "Because they suck." And then I said, "Well, he's kind of, he is right." But I said,
but he should have said it.
He said it funny, and I got kind of mad, but I'm like, I'm not going to get mad at the kid because he's being who he is.
Yeah.
I said, he goes, "You're a Padre fan?" I go, "Yeah, I'm just loyal to my soul. You should be like a Rangers fan or a fucking, Astros fan. But no, you go for the Yankees. Who's the dumb fuck?"
That's
He's just a bandwagoner,
That's all he is.
It's
He's wearing Ohtani because Ohtani's popular. Motherfucker, is it,
No, I know it. I know the kid. It's like this kid. I try to hate this kid. I do.
He doesn't have any energy.
But maybe that's it.
He just like,
it says you just kind of
yeah.
Now I want to know who this is.
You just want to just like, you're like, I think that kid needs a hug.
Yeah,
like, do I have a hug on me to give this kid?
I think he'd reject a hug.
So
It sounds like.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he's a good kid. He listens. He does what he's told. And some people just wear sports stuff, and I had to get used to this, especially in California with just so many people. Remember D? Daryl Devon. D. Yeah,
That's one.
Devon, boxing kid. He used to be here a lot. Truck driver. So, he one time he wore Green Bay Packers. And I was like, oh, you like the Packers?
Damn, you need a sweep.
He's like, no, this is just clothes. I was like, wow, he just broke it down for me. Like that was it.
Devon, I can't think of that. I know who he is. I have to see him.
Real good boxer.
There's so many fucking people that I forget.
Real good fighter.
OMG.
You know, he's like one of those people you had to like.
If I don't give him a
sure.
nickname or don't know their name, that means I don't.
No, I
not putting any.
That's why I was like, throw out my nick. Like get a nickname. And I realized last week I was trying to call this lady whose name I don't know. I was like, I don't give women nicknames. Because it'd always be something like, hey, tits, get over here. You know, like, but not in a gross way, but just in
there was a lady today that was late to a class. I don't know if you know her. She's a southpaw. I forgot her name.
Oh, yeah, your 12 o'clock?
She's close to like in her late 40s.
Mm-hmm.
But she showed up late, but she's always there religiously. She's always at the gym early. So I go, what's the matter? What happened today? And I was already like almost halfway down with the last class. With the first phase, of the class. Mm-hmm. She's like, she said something like I was late I couldn't get out of work fast enough. I said, get your shit. You're always here on time. And she looked at me and smiled. I go, but don't be fucking late again. She goes, I got you, coach. I got you.
BH yesterday, the freaking big giant. The kid. He was at the gym for like 8 hours.
I really like that kid. I was telling Maggie, I'm gonna talk to that kid, bro.
We got this kid. He's like 6. Huge. He's 15, 16?
16.
16.
16. He just turned 16.
Just turned 16. 6'3", 6'4". 6'4".
Tripped me out when he said he was Vietnamese, though.
250.
Like, what? You're not Samoan?
Yeah, the kid's
just... he's more than 250, though.
Is that more? Like weight. It's
close to 300.
Jeez, it's just and
I think he said he was 6'5". He told Bashir.
I think so. One day in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always awesome whenever he spars. I got the little guys who are put me in the ring with him. I'm like, really?
Everybody wants to test himself with the big boys.
Kevin Green is been in the ring with them. This one kid who also does Muay Thai.
Kevin Green fits in his pocket, dog.
So I'm telling you, right? And this one kid who does Muay Thai. I think he's
Kevin
Filipino.
Green reminds me of Chris Rock, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't say that out loud to him. That's not. That's not.
I love Chris. I love Kevin.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I love Kevin.
I don't love Chris Rock.
I don't love Chris Rock.
He reminds me of his energy. He's always dancing. He's hilarious, dog.
What?
Kevin is funny.
All right. I'm not saying he isn't.
What? You make it weird, dog.
I know.
Anyways, let's go back to boxing, dog. I was 2 for 3 with my upsets, bro. That's not bad.
Honestly, you would have been
3 for 3.
Yeah, if dude would have kept the game plan.
Liam Wilson would have done a fucking better fight, dog.
Yeah. He wanted to be Mexican that night.
Okay, I want to say now I did not. I only saw one fight. I saw the Zoo fight.
Yeah.
Now the Liam Wilson. I saw that. I saw the results.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. What do you think went wrong in that? Or what
Liam was a taller man. If he was boxing, he would have had more success. But he was trying to come right after Oscar, trying to break Oscar down, bro.
He's trying to play Oscar's game.
Yeah,
and that's what he did. He fell for it.
And then he turned left-handed on Oscar. As soon as he did that, it was over, dog.
Boom. That's it. He didn't drop, but like he got stunned.
I love it. Sometimes when you turn lefty on a boxer, you don't understand. Like me, I love fighting lefties. There's more righties than there is lefties. But you put a lefty in front of me, I'm going to tear them apart. You should know.
I'm a lefty.
Yeah. I love lefties because I can throw my hard punches, and I love it. When as soon as he turned lefty, it was game over. It was over. It was like done.
Yeah, he turned lefty, and then he was playing. I told Coach.
Why?
I don't. When I told you, I was like, "Oh, this was half Mexican tonight." What the fuck?
Yeah, because he came right after him.
I hate it when less experienced boxers turn lefty on me.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm better at being righty than you are at being lefty, so I'm going to go righty, and it's going to be the same thing in my head. You're the one who's going to be confused. Why would a seasoned boxer go lefty against someone else?
Cada cabeza es un mundo, like it's like every head is its own world. Yeah, so
except for and here is back where I'm bad at names. There was a fight recently, a pro fight. The kid from Worcester, Massachusetts, fought lefty, and whoever he was fighting, it wasn't It was Teofimo. It was
Ortiz.
Ortiz fought him lefty and caught him really off guard. That I can see. It's like if you hey,
but they knew that though, and I don't even want. I really hope that's not some sort of like excuse or anything. I just think that fight, like maybe Teofimo thought that they were gonna be able to duke it out, but Jermaine didn't want to do that. I mean, at least that's what the game plan showed itself. From my perspective, but. Almost 2 for 3.
And then...
That's not bad for upsets.
Yeah, no, it's really not. And honestly, it would have been 3 for 3. Had he been smarter about that game plan, that would have been 3 for 3. Honestly, the Zoo fight, I think had he not gotten cut, he would have won.
What about the Rolly fight?
That was easy. That was funny.
That was funny, you said?
Yeah, because Rolly talks a big game, bro. And I commend him for me. He's jumping in there. He's at that level fighting those guys, but... He looked like we have members that look better than him, dog, when they're moving.
Yeah.
And that's what a friend of mine was telling me is like
he's very, very undisciplined with his
and he had Salas, one of the best Olympic Cuban coaches in the world in his corner. If he can't help him, nobody can.
Nah. He's very undisciplined with that right hand. So he got caught. That's exactly how he got caught on multiple occasions.
Oh, but that's what I want to talk about. Thomas Taylor, the referee that day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to become a referee. I love that dude, dog, because he refereed our fight when we fought Jojo Diaz. He is fair, and because the reason I'm saying he's fair because on that fight, Rolly was the A side, right? And he started warning Rolly for fucking hugging a lot, and he took points away from him hugging, and he made that fight interesting. If you have more referees like him, who don't kiss fighters' asses and let fighters get away with wrapping up for no reason. I'll say this over and over. I don't mind rapping if you're hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But just rapping because you don't have an advantage to fighting is a pussy move, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And Thomas Taylor made Rolly fight. And that's the outcome of the fight. It makes fights exciting.
Change the whole fight.
So the ref, he controls. So I never realized that the ref controls the pace of the fight to an extent.
Yeah.
Like the hug. If there's too much hugging, the ref is allowing it.
Yeah, he could take points away. That's not in our rule book. I mean, we're not supposed to be hugging. They came out when people were hurt. Grab that son of a bitch.
He kept trying to do this, keep his hand, blind him with his jab, his lead hand. And he was like, you got either fucking pull it out, pull back the hand, or fucking throw it. I know. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? You got me. I was like, fuck. As soon as I said, I was like, God damn it.
I was actually listening to what you were saying. I wasn't just waiting for an opportunity.
But yeah.
I was too, but just bing, light went off in my head, dog. No diddy.
No, it went off.
It's a new pause, dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new pause. But yeah, that's he also gave him a warning for that. You can't be doing that shit, man.
So what is just the kind of
pushing off, like
you just leave it right there. You're kind of fucking blinding him. It's one thing if you double jab. Oh. Shakur loves doing that shit.
I've had it done to me where I hate it.
You can't do that.
Not supposed to.
But it's like I've just thought that was it.
Everybody would do
that. We should do the rule book one day. It varies in different states, but just like a basic amateur rule book, because amateur kind of dictates what pros do too.
True.
Yeah. But he's a great ref, and I think that honestly completely changed the outcome of that fight for sure. After that, I was like, it's over.
It's so funny. One time we were in Vegas checking into our room.
Oh yeah,
it was me, Gordo, and Maggie, and we're checking into our room, and right next to us, he's right there. I'm like, aren't you a California judge? He goes, yeah, but referee. I mean, if I get called on some of them, oh, that's cool, bro. I shook his hand. Who would have thought that a couple months later he'd be fucking refereeing our fight with Ricky? And he has such an influence on this fight. He's making noise, bro.
He is.
He's one of them referees who are fair, man. Like all them referees in Vegas, bro, they just kiss asses to the guys that are from Vegas.
Right.
They brought him in because he's not from Vegas.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of want black bag over the head, your ref's in. Just like, he wakes up, it's like, all right, you got a ref.
So on the Fundora fight you were talking about.
Now the Fundora fight, that's to me, that was the fight I wanted to talk about. So many things went wrong in this fight. Actually one major thing went wrong and exposed a big.
But you know what?
So when did he get cut?
Second round.
The end of the second round.
Okay. So if you saw the Fundora
against Tim
Tszyu. And Fundora cut him. How did he get cut?
Put his elbow.
Fucking Zoo came in. I don't know why he leaned down and Fundora just boom, and he literally with the corner with his fucking elbow.
And Fundora's got the height advantage. It's we showed the clip. I mean, not the clip, but the image of their.
But it wasn't like he deliberate. He
no.
He
just
he went like this.
He was blocking because he thought he was gonna get hit. Whatever. He was using his defense. It wasn't. He didn't like.
That's how tall fucking Zoo is. He put his
elbow out there.
He opened the top of his head.
Yeah.
And so they're covered by the fourth round. They're covered in blood.
Both of them,
right?
Ever since the end of that round.
Yeah, like it wasn't until like the latter rounds.
When
where
do you need another pint of blood in your body, dog? Like, from when do you need one?
I was like, how is
that's
this?
what I was thinking too.
I was wondering, like, how is this still going?
Yeah.
So I watched the fight, and of course, Fundora wins. Not of course, but yes, Fundora wins. And the only thing I'm thinking, like, I got to find out what Stitch Duran said about this. I follow him on the gram.
Duran, dog.
Huh?
Fuck that fool, dog.
No.
I'm playing. He's cool as fuck.
Yeah, we had a nice little shuttle ride with him one time.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah. No, like Coach sent me a picture of like with him. I was like, I love that guy because it's like me. I liked him for his Rocky appearances.
Yeah.
Then when I started boxing, I was like, oh, there's the guy.
Yeah.
There's the guy. I love.
Where did he send me that picture? He sent me. He said look it on his Instagram, huh?
Yeah, of him and Edward.
Edward just almost.
So he talked about it in depth.
Mm-hmm.
He basically said, one, that fight should have been stopped before the round, so it would not have before the fifth round, so that it wouldn't have been official.
He's not a doctor, so he can't say that.
Yeah,
he's not a doctor.
Okay,
that's just probably
his opinion.
Yeah.
And we could definitely say his expert opinion.
Yeah, you can say
because he said the vein that is this vein right here, this one right in the middle.
Yeah,
and he said once that starts bleeding, it's not going to stop.
Yeah,
you gotta stop the fight. And he said that exposed his corner of Zoo's corner. They didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know how to stop the bleeding. They didn't know how, he was not in the right hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh,
that's
man.
coming from a cut man, though. Of course,
that's what I'm saying.
Going to say that.
What do you mean? Of course, he knows to say that.
Huh?
That's what we're talking about his field of expertise.
Well, yeah, he's always going to, a cut man will always criticize another cut man.
Really?
So if it happened to him, he wouldn't be able to stop it. I don't give a fuck how much experience he has. He wouldn't be able to stop that.
But it sounds like he would have pushed.
He's not the coach. He cannot give an opinion. You don't know if the cut man is just working for the coach. I'm the coach. You're the cut man.
Right.
Maggie's a fighter. Maggie's bleeding. You're telling me, hey, that cut is bad. I'll tell you. So don't worry about it. Just fucking stop it, dog.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can criticize all you want, but you're not there. If cut man, if I hire you to be the cut man, you got to do your job. If you can't stop it, then you suck.
Damn, that's some pressure.
It's because he wouldn't have stopped it either. He could talk all that shit he wanted to, but he wouldn't have stopped it either.
It sounds like, okay, from listening to his gram, him on the gram, it sounds like.
What else is he supposed to say? Oh,
he would have pushed the fight. Like,
he's nobody to wave
but
it
I mean,
off.
didn't you just say that he pretty much said that no, you can't stop it because the vein and it wouldn't? They should have.
So
stopped the fight?
you would think that would.
So you mean to tell me the doctor that was there? He knows more than the doctor. Then
have we seen fights?
The doctor asked Zoo, "Do you want to keep going?" He says, "I want to keep going." He asked him 3 times.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
And he asked the corner, "They want to keep going." So cut man, step up.
Nah, yeah, he's not saying nothing.
It's a championship fight.
It's a championship fight. That motherfucker's gonna fight if he dies, dog.
It was a unified championship fight.
Because he did shit on that cut man.
Of course he is. That's his job. He's gonna. Every cut man wants to seem like he's better than the other cut man. Every trainer wants to seem like he's better than the other trainer. That's all they do. As men, that's all they do.
Until it happens to you.
Yeah, exactly. He's had some fights where he couldn't stop cuts, but he is nobody to wave anything off.
Mm. You know what? I got my information from the gram. What did I expect?
Exactly.
Listen here, I'm just the middleman.
Maybe the UFC they have a say so because I don't know. Maybe the UFC people can tell. MMA people can tell me.
But it's just like seeing all that blood. Like you're like, who's bleeding? How are both those guys?
He couldn't stop bleeding from the nose either.
Okay, so it was.
So you know who was in
Harvey?
Fundora?
Harvey Strada.
Harvey. I was like, hey, it's Harvey.
Yep.
So, but we've seen fights stop for less.
A lot less.
Yeah.
A lot
because
less.
They're not big names.
It depends.
Bad dude Jack, he was fucking bleeding from the front of his foot. They didn't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
That's that famous picture with Richard Steele. Not Richard Steele. I forget the fucking.
Sometimes.
20 Weeks covered in blood.
Yeah.
20 Weeks. Yep.
When they're like right here, they'll probably stop it. Like right.
Tony Weeks. Imagine if Tony Weeks was reffing that fight. That would have definitely got stopped.
One time, my brother was fighting. My brother Adrian was fighting, and he was him and another undefeated guy, and in the first round. They smash heads.
Ooh.
And my brother gets a cut right here like this, right down the middle. Big cut right here. He comes to the corner. I was a cut man, right? Comes to the corner, and Adrian tells me, "How bad is it, brother?" I go, "It's fucking tiny, dog." I said, the forehead bleeds a lot. And he goes, okay. He like believes me, right? and the referee's making his rounds. He goes, "Oh, that's a horrible cut. If you guys don't stop it, they're gonna stop the fight." And Adrian looks at me like, "You fucking liar!" You know? I'm like, "Thanks a lot, ref. I appreciate that, bro."
No, before I want to end on shouting out your other brother,
Alex.
My God, like this kid is just. It's when I'm coaching and I don't have to tell people to put their gloves back on. I don't have to. Are you still here? You know, I don't do that. Just have somebody just. You want another round? Yeah. Like and he's so good. He's so crisp. He's he's a perfect kid. You weren't? Were you there? There was one time you were there, but I still had to manage the sparring.
Yeah, I had to go do something.
I put him in the ring with Lil Nick, and Nick's dad comes up to me, and goes, "Hey." So I had to go. Alex, got bring it down just a little bit, because he was helicoptering Dad. But I just love watching Alex fight. He's just
it's because my brother Alex knows that when we have children, we have to test them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the school he's coming from. He's not. He even to put no intention behind his punches. Believe me.
Nah, wait. But when you hear like a lot of the kids who are good, like I always remember Brian. He would always tell me, "Man, when I was 14, I was sparring grown ass men, and they were fucking me up." But
that's what makes you good.
Yep, he said. But that's what made me good.
Yeah.
I had never mind. I won't touch on it.
All right, we'll talk about that next week. Then we got any upcoming fights?
Do we?
Yeah, we do. It's there's a card on DAZN on the 6th, I believe.
I mean,
it's nothing. It's not championship fights or anything.
Name
like
fight, no name.
We have Diego Pacheco, who's an up and coming.
Did you guys see that video real quick? He just reminded me of it. Where Shakur Stevenson is talking to Robert Garcia on the video, and he says, "I bet you $100,000 I could beat Murataya."
Yeah, no,
you haven't seen it.
No.
And then
Abraham Osoya.
No. Shakur is calling Robert Garcia to tell him that he'll bet him $100,000 he can knock out Murataya.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Robert Garcia says, "Bro, I don't got 100,000. You're the one that fights for 4 or 5 million." He goes, like, lower the bet down, you know.
We didn't talk about Sanisa and Yokasta Valle, the female. Actually, it was like a historical fight, I believe.
The unified, unified.
Yeah, they undisputed. It was very controversial. I remember at the end of it, I told Coach, I was like, "This shit it's best that this shit is a fucking draw, because if not, it's gonna be fucking controversial." And
that was cool to see the two girls like.
Yeah, that chick has a lot of followers.
Women,
loud.
Women.
There was two girls.
Women.
We were sitting down, me and Maggie, and the fucking females just covered us.
Dude.
Like all around us, like they're standing up in front of us. We're like, "Well, we gonna watch the fight or not?"
I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have dreams about this shit, man."
I did Elysium Baumgartner. That's all I really know.
She's my favorite female boxer for sure.
Me too.
Just watching her, she's very skilled.
She's hot.
I'm sure you like the little skirts.
It's yes. All right.
She's really good though. She makes boxing exciting, I think.
And I think everybody needs that. All sports need that.
Wait, real quick. Estrada, she fights everybody, huh?
She don't give a fuck. She's very competitive.
Yeah.
Almost to her fucking default, bro.
Hey,
like,
bro.
She's very competitive.
Really quick. Nah, nothing. Let's go. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Nothing. Comment, fucking hit us up.
Share.
Stories, whatever.
Share your mom.
Bye.
You didn't tell them to call your mom to call you?
Nah, they know.
They know.